Rainbow Courts in Rockdale is considered the oldest motel in Texas, a historical landmark where travelers have been checking in since 1918. But now Rainbow Courts is for sale. Owners Joan and Dan Ratliff are checking out.
We've worked all of our lives. I personally have been working for 63 years, and I've got to. There's got to be more to life than working 24/7.
Monroe Bullock, Joan's great uncle, built the motor court. At the time, World War I was coming to an end. William Hobby was the governor of Texas, and $400 bought a motor car to travel an unpaved Highway 79 to what Bullock described as an oasis for tourists.
Everyone that's owned this business, including my parents, my grandparents, my grandfather's brother, I think they've had a passion.
That's also a requirement for the new owner.
I want someone that will care as much as, at least almost as much as I do.
You know, a corporate chain could buy it, but it still has to be run the way we run it. We don't want the bulldozer to come. We don't want a typical hotelier to come in and change it to another motel.
The gravel drive is a trip to a slower time, when brass keys unlock doors to small but comfortable rooms, many filled with antiques.
I think one of my favorites is the garden room. Have you seen the garden room? When we bought the business, it didn't even have a roof. It was just a hot mess. My parents used it to store plants, to winterize plants.
The garden room is actually a live-in suite. The remodel included a modern convenience from the early 20th century.
1929 GE monitor top.
And it still works?
It still works.
Over the years, Rainbow Courts has certainly had some notable visitors.
Tennessee Williams stayed here in the 1940s. His cottage is right back here. It's the Tennessee Williams Cottage. Bob Wills was down there at the end in a little cottage. It's called the Bob Wills Cottage.
Stray cats are now among the regulars. So many are on site, they're even on the brochure.
What's with the cats?
I don't know. Our veterinarian said that there's a neon sign that we can't see that says they feed well, they feed well.
Curiosity got Mark Zotti to check in.
I drove by it for months, and you could just see some of the lighting, and it looked like an interesting place. And until I actually came in and saw it for myself, I didn't realize what a cool place it really was.
This cabin may have one of the most unique backstories.
And my grandfather grew up in an area of Talbot Ridge that was about 5 miles from here, and he went to school in this schoolhouse out in the country. And when they didn't need it any longer, when ISD came along in the 40s, I think he was sentimental about the building. He bought it.
Times certainly have changed, and so too will the ownership. This little highway oasis is listing for $3.2 million.
But it's always going to be in my heart and part of my family history, so I don't really feel like I'm walking away from it.
In Rockdale, Rudy Koski, Fox 7 Austin News.